Hey, so welcome back to a little bonus video on Spyro 1, and I wanted to address something that is actually in the entirety of the Reignited series, which is the cheat codes. There are various cheat codes that you can input to give you a bunch of different things. Something to keep in mind is that the cheat codes do not disable achievements or trophies or whatever it is. Toys for Bob made it where you can play around with them as freely as you want, and it won't actually cause you any trouble, so they're fun to do, and they're can be helpful as well. Well, let's start down with the top of the list. The first one is the 99 lives code, which gives you 99 lives. To enter the code, you can see on screen the various commands for the various versions of the game. Since we are on the Switch, you have to pause the game for any of them, but since we're on the Switch, we'll be using that one. In this case, it is ZR, ZL, ZR, ZL, up, 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 up. And that boosts us up to 99 lives. Which is, of course, the maximum you can have for any of the games. So the second cheat is the Super Flame toggle cheat. This is actually specific only to Spyro 2. And it's for... The thing about it is that in Spyro 2, when you complete the game 100%, you get what's known as a permanent Super Flame power-up. And it unlocks for all 3 of the Spyro 2 saves, not just the one that you made the save on. So when we get into Spyro 2, we will have the Super Flame power-up because I got it on my original save. And there is a way to toggle it on and off in case you want to play the game normally. Which you can see the commands here up on screen showing you how to toggle it. There's nothing we can do about it now because it will only toggle back and forth, and only for Spyro 2. It doesn't work in the original or the third. The next one is one that does work in all 3. This is the big head code. So it is up, 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 R, 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 A. And it just makes Spyro have a big head. Like all cosmetic cheats, if you just repeat it, it will just turn off the cosmetic one. So you have the big head code, then we have the small head code, which is, of course, the exact opposite. Right, 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 R, L, left, 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 left. And gives him a tiny, shrunken head. It looks about as odd as the big head code, so, I mean, you like that kind of thing? You like that kind of thing. Turn it back off. Next is the tiny wings, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's left, 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 left. Tiny wings code is left, 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 L, R, right, right, right. For some reason the tiny wings code does not want to work for me, even though I am inputting it as the list says you should input it, but I mean it just makes your wings tiny, so you're not really missing much of anything. You remember the sunglasses he was wearing at the 100% end of the game? We can actually give that to him in any of the games. And in this case, the code is R, 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 left, 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 down, up, X. And Spyro will just be wearing the sunglasses. They're pretty much glued to his face, and I believe they do carry over into cutscenes. Which makes for some really, really hilarious cutscenes. Oh no, they don't carry over to the cutscenes. I thought they did. That's a shame. So apparently these and only the any of the cosmetics will deactivate during cutscenes, which I guess makes sense. Then we have my favorite one, which is known as the Pride sunglasses, and in a very, very weird way, this is unique to the Switch, which is interesting because of Nintendo's usual thing, that this would be a unique thing for the Nintendo release, but I mean, it is. So the Pride sunglasses is R, 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 left, 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 down, up, Y. And they're rainbow colored sunglasses, which are pretty cool. Again, not totally sure why this is unique solely to the Switch version, but I mean, Hey, I'm not complaining. The next one we have is the flat Spyro code, which makes him, you know, flat. The code is left, right, ZL, ZR, ZL, ZR, Y. And it just turns Spyro into kind of a weird 2D paper thing. His flame stays 3D though, so you're not actually losing any sort of hit, and I believe his hitbox is exactly the same, so this won't make it easier to play the game. In fact, it makes it a little harder because your eyes kind of hurt looking at the flat Spyro. But it is kind of interesting. The next one is a little bit interesting. It's called the retro code, and you can probably already sort of guess what it does. But let's go ahead and show. So for the retro code, it's L, 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 up, down, up, down, up, down, X. It turns Spyro into a very kind of blocky sort of look that heavily mimics his original appearance in the original trilogy. It's not exact. You can tell that the model is a lot smoother than it should be, and the eyes in particular look a little kind of off. But it was a neat little thing that they included, I thought. The next set of codes are all color change codes. This basically turns Spyro's entire body to a specific color, and all of the codes are exactly the same up to the final input, which changes what color you turn Spyro into. So for demonstration, we're going to go ahead and turn Spyro black. So the code is up, left, down, right, up, Y, R, R, L, ZL, up, right, down, left, up, down. And that turns Spyro completely pitch black. These are an interesting way. In the original trilogy, or at least a couple of the original games, did have this code, but rather than entirely solidifying it, it sort of put that overlay over Spyro's model, so it was kind of the color tinted with purple. But this is just a complete and total solid color. There are 7 colors: blue, green, yellow, red, pink, purple, black. And like I said, the very last command you input determines what color Spyro will turn into, which you can see on the table here. You can figure out what color you want Spyro to be. And to return him to normal, just re-input the exact same code, and he'll go back to normal colors. The next code is actually one that I can't put in, and this is actually the last code. You can do a squid skateboard code. It is a cheat unique to the Year of the Dragon, which will turn Spyro's skateboard into a squid. Apparently this was originally in Year of the Dragon, and they decided to just carry it over here. I'm not really sure. But it is one that we can only use in Year of the Dragon, and one I probably won't ever actually use because I'm not really fond of the way the squid skateboard looks. But I mean, it's interesting. And that's all of the little cheat codes that Toys for Bob included in the game. A lot of them were imported straight from the original games. Some of them, like the sunglasses, especially the Pride glasses, were new, and it's just a very neat little thing that I wanted to show off because, hey, I thought it might be fun to see. I will actually put up a poll in my Discord asking people whether or not they want to see some of these codes used in the playthroughs of the next 2 games. Until then,